What do y'all think of this bonus warm day? It's nice, huh? Pretty nice.
A bit too warm.
Too warm? I don't think it was too warm. I thought it was just right.
Yeah, anything over 72 was burning.
Anything over 72 is burning. My child is so dramatic. We have had 2 very lovely days, right about 70 degrees. So nice. It's about to get cold again, so I'll take it while I got it. That is one thing I love about Arkansas. I love that you get these little reprieves from the winter. Hey, goaties. Hey, Garth, what's up, bud? Handsome man. Is he not the cutest thing? Hey, beautiful boy. Hi. Hey, Mama. Hey, Shania. They are so pretty. So Ezra has been making friends with Garth, and he lets Ezra pet him. He doesn't really come to me much yet. He's curious, though. So beautiful. Garth is the Grand Ole Opry.
They are kind of loud too.
They're very loud.
They're loud for Nubians because we don't have, I mean, our Nubians aren't as loud as them.
Some people tell me Nubians are very characteristically vocal, but ours really aren't any more than any other breed of goat we have. I'll say the La Manchas are the quietest of all of our goats. The Nigerian dwarves are the loudest, but these Nubians are very vocal. Especially Reba, she's got that deep voice. Oh, I see a sneaky boy. What's up, bro? Hey. See, he likes the boys.
Nice garden rose.
Huh? Nice garden rose?
Yeah.
You like it? There's a random potato, I guess, that got unearthed in the rain. Look. That's funny.
Bonus potato.
Oh yeah, it's pretty mushy.
It froze.
Yeah, it froze. It's all mushy. You want to give that to the pigs? I'm so excited for our barn to come in, but I think it's a little delayed because everything's delayed right now.
Yeah, probably. Plus holidays.
Yeah, so
hope we get it in soon.
I don't know. We're just waiting. I mean, we could get the call that it's ready any day. We're just waiting.
Waiting game.
I'm super excited about it though. For those of you who might miss, we're putting up a metal barn right here. It's really big, and we're gonna finish it out on the inside with stalls for our goats. It's gonna be like our goat birthing barn, and our old one that was from reclaimed fences is gonna come down.
Dad, look at it.
Which we're gonna need that much space
because we bred all the goats.
they're all bred.
Hey,
What about this thing?
hey, little boy, don't lose that key. You better get that,
Hey,
Dad.
put that back in the thing.
Hey, girls. Hey, girls. The jailbirds. I feel like I could go from animal to animal every one of these videos and it would feel very much the same because like nothing's happening right now.
We do go from animal to animal every day, and it's usually the same.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
That is an accurate depiction of the farm in December. Is going from animal to animal every day and it being the same. Hey! Y'all look at this rooster. He is going to be so handsome when he finally feathers out. He's a light Brahma. I'm so excited to see what he looks like. Look how much larger he is than this full-size hen. Hey, girls. Hey, girls. Hey. Every time I show these goats on the camera, I will inevitably have someone ask, what happened to their ears? Sometimes people are like, why would you cut a goat's ears off? I would not ever do that. I cannot imagine ever
I mean, it's not that absurd of a question. People
yeah, I guess that's true.
modify animals,
right.
pets a lot.
But no, I wouldn't cut my goat's ears off. There would be no reason. These are La Manchas, and you are nuts. These are La Manchas, and they don't have external ears. That is one of the breed characteristics.
You can also look them up in the dictionary under alien goat.
No one calls them that except Jeremiah.
Okay. I guarantee there's going to be people commenting and be like, oh, I always call La Manchas alien goat.
They are slightly alien-esque, I suppose. And here, this is Clover, Anna, Margot, and Maggie.
Look at their winter coats. So
I know, they're like polar goats. Look how wide Margot is. They're all looking really wide. Oh my goodness, chatty. I have one other La Mancha. Her name is Winona. She's actually over with my other Nubians because she's an escape artist and she kept going through this fence into the big field next door, which we don't own.
yeah, but she didn't have to be much of an escape artist. That fence is...
It's kept all them in.
Yeah, because they don't want to leave the food source.
She is a little bit different personality. The two full-blood La Manchas came from my cousin Amy. Both of those were born at her farm, and when she decided to get out of goats, she actually gave those two to me because they were like her babies. She didn't want it. She wanted to be able to like still visit them. And Margot is actually related to them. When Amy had her goats, I took Maggie down there. Maggie is my first goat I ever got. She's half Nubian and half La Mancha. And I took her to have a play date with Amy's buck, which resulted in Margot. So Margot is actually related to Clover and Anna. Goat drama. There's the goat drama. Oh, it smells so good in here.
What does it smell like?
Like soil and life.
Oh, is that what it smells like?
And a little bit musty from being close up.
Do you have something to eat in here?
Do you have something to eat in here? What do you think?
Just buy some of that kale right there.
You gonna dinosaur bite it? No, you're gonna pinch it with your hands? Here, you wanna try something I've been eating out here? Come here. Hey, you've got some peas here.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about these.
Also, this kale is really good, and if you wanna just snack on it, I've been grabbing these kind of younger tender leaves, and it is so good.
Mom's
That's kind of a bigger one. Here, try this one. The tender leaves, they're so sweet because it froze out here. Pretty good, huh? What'd you say?
So I'm digging all this cabbage.
I know.
I don't want it.
You don't want it, I'll eat it. I love when kale freezes. It turns into such a different thing.
It turns into kale.
Sweet kale. Frost kissed kale. That's what the seed catalog said.
So what you're saying
Once it's
is
been
that,
kissed by frost.
Just a Maya that's been frozen.
Sweet Maya. Frost kissed Maya. The way you said our thermostat sometimes, I think that's true.
I wish.
The thermostat wars. Does anybody else have those in their marriage? We've compromised. It's warmer than he likes and cooler than I like, but
It's cooler than you like? I thought the compromise is where you want it. Maybe I misunderstood. Now I understand
You understand what
what Matthew was saying.
about all my kale?
Yeah.
I have much kale.
Yeah.
This is Ragged Jack kale.
That just sounds cool.
It's one of my favorites. So this is kale, and actually all the way down kind of the broader leaves right next to this, that's actually still kale on the end. That's Thousand Head, this is Ragged Jack. And then over here is, yeah, like curly kale. Like Vates Blue is the variety. And then down here as well, Maya, also kale.
Down here is me picking.
And down there is Ben picking peas. You gonna take those inside and eat them with some ranch dressing?
And again.
Huh? Oh, nice. Still good and sweet, huh? Try this, Maya. Pick these tiny little leaves. Now for juicing, obviously, you pick the leaves at the bottom. But just for eating out here, try them.
Tastes like raw kale. Exactly what I would think of on a Pizza Hut buffet.
Do y'all want to hear something incredible? This is like one of the most encouraging things to me. Did you know that in the 90s, the #1 buyer of kale in the United States was Pizza Hut, because it's what they use to line their salad buffets, the garnish. Did you ever go to a Pizza Hut in the 90s and have all that like green stuff all around the little bowls of salad toppings? It was kale. It was the #1 buyer of kale in the 90s because nobody ate it. Like, I mean, some people did, probably like people who were called hippies and crunchy and all that. People like Jeremiah's mom, she was probably eating kale in the 90s, but like most people, you didn't go to the store and like buy kale and see kale in different things. And now it's incredibly common. I mean, it's not something that people find strange even. It's a really common thing. And I cannot help but wonder how many other kales are out there. How many other things like that are currently out there that are easy to grow, that are wildly nutritious, that are good. Jeremiah's not a huge fan of raw kale, but we make kale chips, we put it in soup, we juice it. I like it raw when it's really young especially. But it's crazy to me that just because, you know, somebody or some people took the initiative to really explore something, it got introduced into mainstream culture, it became popular and well known, and now it's really commonly grown. I mean, I have a ton of kale in here. It's so easy to grow and so good for you. And I just can't help but wonder, like, what other kales are there? Like, what other plants are there that we haven't discovered the full value of yet? Like, that's actually something I pray for all the time. Like, I want to find the kales and the peanuts. Peanuts are a cool story too. George Washington Carver saved Southern agriculture by exploring the uses of peanuts, which prior to that had only been used for animal fodder. So yes, I want all the kale and peanuts. I want to find those things. Don't you? Look at these babies. Hey babies. Hey babies. You can throw it in there. The babies are right at 8 weeks. I need to double check the calendar. I want to say it was like October 16th or 17th that they were born. It was right before we went to Alabama.
Alright, well, I'll check tonight. If they are, then we'll need to make plans to...
I think they will be next week. I think it may be on my birthday next week that they're 8 weeks old.
So you want to keep, I think we should probably, I'm thinking we keep the babies here.
Okay.
And take the two moms in there, and then we'll move the La Manchas back with the other moms. Because they're not with the buck anymore. So.
Well, one thing that I want to do, and while we still have these babies before they go to their new homes, is I really want to train them to one of these electric fences, which we'll have to do in one of these yards. But I want to use them to dig up that potato patch before they leave. And they need to be in one of these.
The old potato patch?
Yeah.
You want to set up a fence over there and just move the babies over there for now?
Yeah, because I think if I can put the babies in one of these fences, they can till that up, and then I can put the chickens in after it, and they can amend it. Because like here, the chickens have done a pretty good job, but they're not breaking the ground at all. What are you looking at?
Can't tell.
Yeah, Gabriel's over there doing his guard dog job. I think it was a raccoon. He got it up a tree. He said, not here. Not today.
You know what's cool about this?
What?
That the chickens recognized the door.
From the other?
It's the same door from the other coop.
Yeah.
And we didn't have to train them into this coop at all.
Yeah.
They just recognized the door and were like, oh, this is where we go in. And they just put themselves up.
Yeah. They've adjusted well. But what I was saying is, like, they did well in here eating everything down, but they didn't break the ground up.
The chickens?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
But I think if we put some piglets in, too, they would break the ground up.
Do you want them to break it up here or break it up over there?
Both, really.
Where are we going to put the chickens? Leave
Will
them in
the
there
pigs
with
hurt
it?
them?
I don't think so, but I don't know that.
I think they'll be fine.
They can just hang out underneath the coop?
Well, let's put a little house in there for them.
What little house?
That toad thing.
Okay. What about for the other pigs?
I was just going to do them here for a little while, then move them over there.
Oh, okay.
Y'all like how I've been telling you guys my plan this whole time, but I guess I forgot to tell Sweet Maya until right now.
Which was what?
To use the pigs. I've been talking about this for a while.
Oh, I haven't been watching Roots and Refuge on YouTube.
He doesn't watch. You only have 3 peas left. Goodness. Benjamin routinely comes outside and spoils his dinner in the garden, but can you really call it spoiling whenever you're coming out eating all these fresh vegetables? I don't care. He's always allowed to. Also, Maya really doesn't watch our videos. Sometimes we'll come outside and do things, and he'll ask me a question. I'm like, you should really watch Refuge Farm on YouTube. That's funny. Look how lovely it is. Nice farm, sweet Maya.
Thanks. Nice farm.
On days like this, whenever it's warm, I don't want to go inside. Like, I'll stay out right until dark. It's just barely starting to be just slightly coolish, but I'm still completely comfortable in a short sleeve dress. And I've been like camped out by the fireplace for days because when it's cold outside, it is not for me. Warm days mean getting a lot of stuff done around here though. This inspires me.
What, seeing the perennial garden back?
Yeah. Having.
Come back.
Baby, come back. You inside of a keyhole? It's really warm in the greenhouse.
I want to go in.
You can go check it out. I'm about to be spending a lot of time out here. The months in the greenhouse are really precious to me. You know, it took me a while to really grab hold of embracing the seasons, but I think I finally got there. I used to dread this time of year. The high tunnel may be helping. Still having a garden may be helping. I don't want to like diminish the hugeness of that, but I'm also loving the slower pace. I'm loving the rest. Look at this beautiful garden. Here, bud. Ben. Ben.
Here. You're the little guy. You should get the small one. And I should get the big one because I'm the dad.
Well, we're growing cattle panels again.
They look good. They're doing well.
Yeah, the cattle panel crop is looking good. Well, it's almost completely dark now at 5 o'clock in the evening.
Until it starts getting longer again.
We are, what, less than 2 weeks away from the solstice, and at the solstice then the days start getting longer instead of shorter. So these last days leading up to it, I'm embracing the rest. I'm loving it. But when the days start getting longer instead of shorter, I will definitely be happy with that. It being this dark at 5 o'clock is kind of hard for me to cope with. At least it's a warm evening. I'll take this little warm evening. I've got some more blue butterfly peas to save here. Let me take those up to the house. You want to carry those for me? Yeah. It's dark. My camera looks weird, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You ready to say goodnight? Are you sleepy? No? You just done doing a video?
You hungry?
Alright, thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. What do we say?
I bless you until next time.
We bless you until next time.